While speaking on a panel this past weekend, director Christopher Nolan continued to make his case for the preservation of physical film as a shooting medium in Hollywood today. Nolan said the following: "We need film projectors and film prints forever. If you want the choice, it's very important to support film now. Filmmakers are going out of their way to shoot film and talk about it. We want to see a world where there's a choice. It's important to preserve it for future generations." Nolan's comments come as Kodak, the industry's exclusive provider for film stock, has seen its film scales drop by over 96% in the past decade. Christian, do you agree with Nolan's argument for the preservation of physical film as a working medium?
I do agree with him very much, but I also understand why the drop. It's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper. And it's also, as generations grow up, they don't need it as much. And there's certain times when you can look at digital and you don't, and to the eye that's growing up with it now, they don't see much of a difference. But to the classic filmmaker and to film purists, film is a medium that should be kept. It absolutely is. And I'm glad that, you know, I don't want this to be an episode of Jedi Council right now, but the fact that J.J. Abrams shooting on film, I like that. I'm excited to see what that looks like on film. I like the idea that we can still keep it because I think it's something that generations should grow up with. But I also understand why it's hard to hold on to because it is very expensive to keep.
Yeah, I'm going to go completely in the opposite direction. I think this is sentimentality. I really do. I think this is pure sentimentality. And when guys like Nolan, who I have immense respect for, when guys like Scorsese, who you're a fool if you don't have immense respect for, when they say stuff like, you know, the art of working with film, I'm sorry, you don't get to say that with me unless you're using a Moviola to edit your film. You remember the big old huge machines that you run there, and that's how we edit our film? No, you don't. You know what these guys do? They take the film, and the first thing they do, they digitize it and bring it into the computer, and that's where they edit it. And then they take it from the computer and then put it back on film. So it's like the art of working with film is kind of removed anyway. When I hear things, though, like guys say things like, you know, oh, you know, it's just the film just got this feel, whatever. To me, that reminds me of a guy saying, you know what? Those first Motorola Razr flip phones, they're better because you just feel in your head they're better than the brand new iPhone 6. No, they're not. There's no way you can describe it in that it's better than the iPhone 6. James Cameron put it best one time. He said, you know, I had some friends who would insist to me that film looks better. You can't have digital look like film. He goes, I showed them a screening of a film, say, well, this one's on film. What do you think? And my friend said to me, see, it looked amazing. That's how film should look. That's blah, blah. I gotcha. That was actually digital. And that's the reality of it. Everybody says, I can tell when it's film. No, you can't. With digital technology today, they can make you believe that there's a physical human being standing right here talking to me. They can mimic the look, the original look of film, even if that's good. And I'm not so totally convinced that it is. But here's the thing too. The idea of hold on to film because you got to give people the choice. Really? Should we hold on to the 8-track? So everybody has the choice now? If I want the new Eminem album on 8-track, I should have that choice. At some point, you just got to move on. And
really quickly, yes, I have to disagree with you. I think it
most
should
people
maintain.
Do.
Yeah, because I mean, it is outstanding that in the last 10 years, Kodak's whole sales have dropped 96%. Like they are almost officially redundant. And I think that when you do have people like Nolan and JJ standing up to the plate going, I want to hold on to this, it is my choice. And I do think it comes down to having that particular choice. And when you remove that choice, then you are funneling down one path, and maybe it's a path that you just can't follow. Anyway, sorry about this. I'm just in the mood for Jedi. But what I will say as well, and I think Alicia mentioned it very eloquently on AMCI, she says that archiving, when you have a physical reel and when you have film, it is better archived. And with hacking scandals coming in left, right, and center, you can wipe the database and you can remove movies if it's just on a file. So I think that that's, you know, for archiving's sake and looking back, that could be why film should stay.
I would make the argument it's much more difficult to maintain. You got to put them in these salt mines and things like that. But I will say this was an odd comment was made at the same panel by the CEO of Kodak, who said, you know, we at Kodak, we are committed to this. We're going to lose money, continue to lose money, but we're committed to this and we're going to do it anyway. I wonder why that company's gone bankrupt. Just saying.
They brought out a Polaroid and they're like...
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.